Hello, I'm Giles Darling and I write novels, plays and non-fiction books. In this video, I continue to talk about pricing your ebooks and paperback books on Amazon. In my previous video, I talked about entering prices for ebooks and paperbacks on Amazon's website. The next step is to check your book's prices regularly on Amazon. This is for two reasons. Firstly, Amazon often adds new countries and currencies to its range of international websites. It will try to select an appropriate price for your books, but you might wish to fine-tune these. For example, as discussed in my previous video, I like to round my prices up to the nearest 49 or 99. The second reason is that fluctuations in currencies and rising printing costs can push up Amazon's minimum prices beyond the selling price that you have selected for your paperback books. When this happens, Amazon automatically increases the price of your books to cover its costs. However, you then don't make any profit because your royalties are cancelled out by Amazon's costs. Here is a screen capture of a price web page for one of my paperback books on Amazon, which I showed in my previous video. I sell this book for £5.99 in the UK, and for each sale I receive 24p in royalties. This is calculated as 60% of £5.99 less the printing costs, which Amazon shows as £3.35. Currently, the minimum price I can sell this book for is £5.58, which equals the printing cost of £3.35 divided by 60%. If currency fluctuations or increasing printing costs push this minimum price up to £5.99, then I would receive nothing for each sale because, in this situation, 60% of the minimum price would equal Amazon's printing costs. I've been caught out a couple of times, particularly when the value of the Japanese yen fell against the dollar a few years ago, and when printing costs in Canada and Australia increased significantly earlier this year. Therefore, I now check the pricing web pages for my paperback books on a regular basis, typically every 2 months. Can you think of other reasons why it's a good idea to check your books' prices regularly? If so, please add your suggestions to this video's comments. Amazon offers various promotional tools, some of them free, to attract new customers to your books and to gain readership. The tool that I use regularly is the free book promotion for ebooks. Here you can sell your ebook for free for up to 5 days within a 90-day period. You can group your 5 days together, or, as I do, you can space them apart. Initially, I tried to preempt when people might be more likely to be looking for new books, for example at weekends or on public holidays. However, this became overcomplicated, so I now just spread out the promotion days evenly. Here is a screen capture of the spreadsheet that I use to organise when each of my ebooks is part of this promotion. Each individual ebook is available for free every 18 days, and the books are spaced so that at least one of my ebooks is being promoted for free on Amazon every 2 or 3 days. The regular pattern from January to May was disrupted on the 16th of June when my 7th ebook was promoted for the first time. Have you used any of Amazon's other promotional tools? Would you recommend them? Please add your experiences to this video's comments. In my previous video, I talked about keeping prices low to attract customers and to increase readership for your books, particularly novels. The exception to this is when you publish books about a niche topic that is not already widely covered by other books. I have published 2 such books on Amazon about do-it-yourself digital terrain modelling. These 2 books regularly appear in the top 10 when searching for this topic on Amazon's websites, both in the UK and abroad. Because there aren't many other books competing with mine, I can charge a higher price and still sell them. However, I don't expect these 2 books to become bestsellers as the potential customer base is restricted. I've also enrolled these 2 books in Amazon's enhanced distribution scheme, despite the elevated minimum price, because this minimum price is still less than the price at which I sell these books. Therefore, my books can benefit from the advantages of enhanced distribution. I've never published any hardback books on Amazon, but I imagine that the pricing webpage is similar in appearance and function to the webpage for paperback books. If you've published hardback books on Amazon and seen how Amazon lets you price them, please add your experiences to this video's comments. Thank you for watching this video. Do you have any tips about pricing your ebooks and paperback books on Amazon? If so, please add them to this video's comments. If your ideas are particularly good, I might even use them myself. Please also check out the rest of my YouTube channel, especially where I discuss the various books that I've written. I hope my channel encourages you to buy my books and to read them, if you haven't already done so. Finally, please feel free to leave comments below and to like and subscribe this video on my YouTube channel. Ta-ra!